guys, I am Tamara Olukoya.
And I'm Olaoluwa Olukoya.
And welcome to the Growing and Grounded podcast. Love that.
Yeah.
So the last time that we were here was discussing a couple of matters that I just wanted to check in with you on. But first of all, how are you?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. I'm so excited for today's episode. And looking forward to it. How are you doing?
I'm good. Luteal phase is really coming for me today. But I did get my nails done. So I thought, let me try red for the first time. And to support the team that we support as well. I'll let you guys guess what that team is in the comments. And there's this new feature called Cat Eye.
Oh.
And it's dependent on magnets.
Oh.
So they put this top coat on. I know this sounds very technical. And then they put the magnets on all sides.
Oh.
And then that helps it, I don't know, track the light.
Wow.
You're more of a science-based person.
I would be very honest. When I saw it, I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I think it goes well with your skin tone.
Thank you.
And I love it.
I've trained him well.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. So we spoke about a couple of things last episode. We spoke about the Easter theme. We spoke about the Passion of the Christ.
Yes.
And during the real talk, we spoke about brain rot.
Yes.
And we had a few claims that we said we're going to do. A few things that we said we're going to do. How did you get on?
Well, I would say the week started off strong.
Yeah.
And I have been making more intentional decisions. So I said that in terms of using like ChatGPT or Copilot, and when I go to the bathroom, not using my phone as much.
Yeah.
The latter I didn't do so well with, but I did make a slight change that instead of like scrolling on social media, we have downloaded the app called Elevate, and I've been using that time to do games and quizzes on there.
Which I found really exciting. The games on there, especially the math ones.
Yeah.
I absolutely love them.
Exactly.
And there's also that one that you have to connect dots labeled A to F.
Yes.
Absolutely smashing. I enjoyed
Yes.
it. And for me, the things I suggested about not using the phone in the bathroom, there were some times I was caught out. Sometimes I mindlessly walked into the bathroom with my phone. But I always tried my best to put the phone aside.
Yes.
So that I do not use it.
Okay, well, I thought with this podcast today, we'll start with a little bit of a game. And this is a game, you know how much we both love films, okay? Yeah. So I thought we'd start with that theme. It's going to it's a guessing game, first of all. So I'm going to use some very vague movie reviews. Yeah. And you have to identify the film. And I can't mention any actors, directors. And you can ask me any questions, but I can't give any specifics.
Okay. And we're going to be keeping scores today.
Okay.
I'm going to try to put the scores above us so we can keep scores to see who is losing. Last week in the Bible trivia, I lost horribly because I gave someone very cheap questions.
Okay.
To answer. But today, I redeem myself.
Okay.
And imagine I lose now.
Well. Again, favour if I win again.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for question 1?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start nice and easy. Question 1. A man inherits problems he definitely didn't ask for.
Is that all you're going to tell me about the movie?
Okay, and he's a person that with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh! Spider-Man!
Yeah, correct!
Oh, you should have not given me that.
I know, but I was going to show you some grace.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, this one. So rich people playing at games for entertainment and it escalates quickly.
Hunger Games. Hunger Games?
Hunger Games! I was just like, okay. Okay. Question 3.
Yeah.
So 3 out of 5. This is a situationship, but make it life-threatening.
Ooh.
And when I say the film, you're going to think, yes, how did we not know that this was a situationship?
A situationship that is life-threatening. What genre is it?
Oh, it's kind of like real life,
Hmm.
but it's also got romance in there as well.
You mean like it happened really?
Yeah, it happened in real life.
A
Yeah.
situationship that became life-threatening. Is it Gone Girl?
No.
I can't ask for any of the actors in it.
No. This film largely doesn't take place on land. I don't know if that helps.
Does it take place on land? Where does it take place on? Water or air?
Water.
Ah! Titanic.
I was like, do I give that clue or...
Mind you, I'm not giving you any of these clues. I must win today. What number are we on now?
That was 3.
So 3 for 3?
2 more.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they just communicated properly, none of this would have happened.
Honestly, if they just communicated properly.
This one is quite hard.
What genre is it?
Action.
Action.
I think, but yeah, I'd say that.
Is it, what era is it? Is it 90s, 2000s?
It's a very recent film.
Have we seen it?
Yes.
Ooh, that makes this interesting. Communication, lack of communication created the issue.
And there's quite a few people that are working together.
Civil War?
No. But you're not far off.
Is it a Marvel movie?
Yes.
Lack of communication.
It's your favourite film. One of your favourite films.
I say all Marvel movies are my favourite movies. That's quite a game.
But I know that this is the one that you just be like, no, this tops it for you. Not for me.
Lack of communication. Is it Doctor Strange?
No. Okay, that's your one more guess.
One more guess. Lack of communication. I give up.
It's Avengers of Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, how does Infinity War?
Because that's where they completely...
Lack of communication.
Yes.
Oh, is it when, Quill.
Quill.
Oh, okay, maybe. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 3 out of 4. No, that's not too bad.
Was that? That was... Was that not? Okay, so there's one more.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Family drama, but with powers.
Oh. The Incredibles.
No.
Family drama. Fantastic Four.
No, that's... I can see where you're getting with that, but I don't think there's much drama with them. They get on really well.
Family drama. With Twilight.
No, they weren't related. Are you talking about Edward and Jacob?
Yeah. No, they had a little drama in their family, didn't they?
Oh, you mean with the Cullens? Like the family? Yeah. Because one of them wanted to eat Bella.
Yeah. Family drama with powers.
Yeah.
Is it Marvel?
It is Marvel, yes.
Family drama.
What are Marvel movies?
With powers. Family drama. This is my final guess.
Yes.
Oh, it is Thor. Which of the Thors?
It isn't Thor.
Oh, okay, I give up. What is it then?
It's Black Panther.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get it? Oh
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Big family drama.
Big family drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
So my turn.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
So, first question.
Yes.
Man refuses to mind his business, and now the whole city is involved.
Oh. The whole city is involved.
Yeah?
Is this an action film?
Yes, it is. I'm going to tell you another hint. It is not Marvel.
Does this take place on Earth?
Yes.
On land?
Yes, very much so.
Man refuses to mind his own business. I would have said, because we recently watched Spider-Man, No Way Home, was Far From Home.
Far From Home.
And I would have said it was that.
Nah,
like
I see that. But it's not Marvel. And if it's not Marvel, it can only be one more thing.
Comic DC?
Mm-hmm.
Batman?
Yes, it's a Batman movie. This is your final guess. It's a Batman movie. You have one more guess.
Oh, gosh. Refuses to mind his own business and the whole world is in trouble.
The whole city is involved. Now the whole
Gotham,
city.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, snap. There would have been one question that I would have asked, but it wouldn't have given me like a lot to go off. Is this the one where Heath Ledger's in this one? Like the Dark Knight Rises? Is he...
Are you saying the Dark Knight Rises?
No, I'm asking is Heath Ledger in this one?
No, you can ask me for characters in the movie. I'm trying to
Gosh. It can't be Batman Begins because he was minding his business, really.
Just tell me an answer.
Just say The Dark Knight.
What? That is the answer, The Dark Knight. What?
Wow.
It is literally The Dark Knight.
Oh my goodness.
You picked that one out of the sky. You literally just grabbed it. Okay. Question 2. They definitely should not have opened that. They definitely should not have opened that.
Oh.
It is a fantasy movie.
Is it what is it? Pan's Labyrinth?
Nope. It is a fantasy movie.
Jumanji?
Yeah! You sure you didn't say this?
I assure you of that. Because you said fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Now for 3.
Yes.
Girl ignores obvious warnings and becomes the main character in the worst way.
Obvious warning?
Mm.
Is she the lead?
Yep.
In the film? Okay. What type of film is it?
It is a Disney movie.
Disney film?
Mm.
Is it like The Princess and the Frog or something like that?
Nope. One more guess.
I would have said something like Sleeping Beauty, but I don't know.
It is The Little Mermaid.
You know what? The last thing I had in my mind
was The Little Mermaid.
I used to love that growing up, but yeah. Oh, I'm so disappointed I didn't mention it.
I haven't seen it. So for the 4th question.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is dressed well, but no one is emotionally stable. This one has, I'm not going to tell you who he is, but he has a character that you're very opinionated about.
Opinionated?
Yes.
In a good way or bad way?
Bad way.
Okay, what type of genre is it?
It is mostly drama/comedy.
Give me like some sort of like blurb of the film.
There is a meme about it.
I feel like, but if I'm because like that really threw me off with the opinionated thing because if it is who I think it is,
Yeah.
There's one of his films that I like.
Which one? What's the movie you like?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Uh-huh.
Because if it is that person, is it Django Unchained?
Is that your final guess?
Maybe it's the Wolf of Wall Street.
Nope. It is The Great Gatsby. Last question.
Yeah.
If you do not get this one, I will be sad.
Okay. No question.
A man takes protect your peace a bit too far. And it is action. 2 guesses.
I would have said I Am Legend.
Nope.
Castaway.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
It is John Wick.
Oh.
Protect your peace a bit too far. They kept asking me, am I back? All right, so that's it.
Let us know how you did in the comments with that.
Yes.
So, babe, be honest with me here.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Okay, so have you ever looked at a relationship and thought, I don't think this is going to work?
Good question. I'll do you one better.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been in a relationship like that?
Oh, and I...
So this segment, we're going to be talking about why Christian relationships fail.
Okay, we're getting that, under the surface.
Yeah. The first one that comes to mind exactly is Christian couples saying, we both love God, so it would work.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a bit of a difficult one because I can understand the sentiment. Okay. But we also have to take into consideration that God, He created us with intention, with intentionality. And if that is, we know that's true, okay? We also know that attraction is something that He has created us to be as well. Because you could be like, that person loves God and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's not your person.
Yeah.
And also, I'll do one better with that, because we know that marriages, they are spiritual, okay? We know that when a husband finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Meaning that your husband, your wife, your spouse, they are integral to your purpose. And if that alignment isn't there, then it could be really inhibiting you or the other person.
And that's a very fair point, because you also mentioned earlier that God created us, but He created us very complex.
Yeah.
We're very multifaceted. We have various parts to us.
Yes.
We have our personality, we have our upbringing, we have our likes, our dislikes, our communication styles, our attachment styles. So there are different parts to our being that are not tied to our love for God. You can love God, but you find it hard resolving conflict. I'm sure there was a time in our relationship that we had that moment that I found it hard expressing my displeasure with different situations. I always preferred to think about it or let time pass or try to resolve it by myself.
Yeah.
But that's something I had to learn to engage in our relationship. And not everyone has that personality of learning. Not everyone is open to learning. So yes, I might love God. You might love God. But because of our difference in our personality when it comes to being open to resolve issues one-on-one or as the issues arise, then those kind of relationship over the long run, when there is nothing that changes, those relationships will not work, regardless of their love for God.
Yeah, that's true. Because, and I love what you say about that. It's so key. And we also know that we are a culmination of the people that we hang out with, that we surround ourselves with. So say if you have a purpose, or well, everyone has purpose, but say if there's something that you're looking to work towards and you are disciplined in that area. I don't know, say if it's your fitness journey, for instance, okay? You love going to the gym, you love keeping active, and the person that you're with doesn't lead that type of lifestyle. Then someone in that situation is going to have to compromise. And inevitably, it's usually the person that maybe doesn't want to do the thing, maybe. It might end up leaning towards that way. Or it might be very difficult to remain disciplined as a person that goes to the gym, keeps active. Not to say that, lifestyles are different. That's fair enough. But we are a combination of the people that we surround ourselves with. They always say, there's a saying that says that if you surround yourself with 5 billionaires, you'll be the sixth. So I do believe that loving God is integral, essential to who we are or who we're meant to be as beings. But that cannot be the only thing connecting us. Like if this is going to be an effective relationship, an effective marriage.
You're absolutely right about that, because yes, loving God is important for both parties, but there has to be something that you have that you share in common. Something that binds you together, something that is not even just the same, but complementary.
That's a good one. Like you mentioned about personalities. That's something that, again, God was really intentional about that. And if it's just not in alignment, it's not going to be a very fun marriage.
Another one that people usually do, which is very common, especially in Christian couples.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Is ignoring red flags.
Oh, I can change him.
Yes, I can change him. Just the way God changed me. There are certain red flags that everyone has their preferences. What you see as a red flag might be someone else's green flag. So we're not here to demonize anyone's preferences. We're just saying that if you notice certain red flags, and those red flags are in your non-negotiables, you should know your non-negotiables before going into a relationship. You have to be clear about the things that you cannot tolerate, the things that you like, and the things that you can tolerate. Those are the things that you should be paying attention to when you're in relationships or with your partners. Because in relationships, it is something that should be lifelong, something that should be for a lifetime, especially when it comes to marriage. It should be a lifetime thing. So you have to be very honest with yourself. This particular red flag, is it something that I can contain for a long duration? When I'm mad at this person, when we're having an argument, when things are not great, is this red flag going to make me go even crazier? Would I be able to tolerate this when I'm mad at this person? So those are things that we should be able to identify when we're going into relationship with someone. What do you think?
I completely agree. I think it is a great thing, and I will be honest, this wasn't really something that I initially started out with doing. Is really just being honest with myself. This was way before we met, but just being really honest with myself about what it is that I'm looking for from a spouse, like in a relationship. What are my non-negotiables? What is important to me? Because I think, I can only speak from my own experience, is that particularly in the majority of churches, there is, it's quite obvious that there's more women in the church than men, on average. So for many women, there is that feeling of lack, so it's like, this is what I have to work with. Okay. So if your period of singleness is a little bit longer than what you're anticipating, if you're not really fully trusting in God that He has your spouse prepared for you, and you get impatient with that journey, sometimes that list, you start to kind of like subconsciously take things off of that list, because you're thinking, I have to make it work.
Yeah.
My time is running out. When we know that God operates outside of time anyway. But when you see the church and you see people that are, they've got the same values, same thoughts of you as you, and there's not as many men, then the ability and just like the willingness to confront red flags or not engage with it, that can blur as well. But I definitely agree with you, like having that list and staying true to that and trusting, and I know it's so hard, but trusting in God, because even in our situation, like we met just over 3 years ago now, and God happened. It happened quickly. It happened amazingly. And that's because I was able to just fully surrender that process to God. But I've also been in those stages in my life where it's just like, is this going to happen? As women, there's biological clocks and ticking, and you're just thinking, what is going on? And other people in church, they're being invited for coffee and I was just like, I love coffee. Why am I not being invited for coffee? Thinking, what? Honestly, I was thinking, I take a cappuccino.
Yeah. You can't even have so much coffee, can you?
Not anymore, but before I used to love coffee, and I used to think, what is going on? And it was never a question of like, because I know God has blessed me. Okay. I know that. But I was just thinking in terms of the people that had the same values as me, it's looking a bit scarce, So it's just kind of like not operating with the spirit of lack. So, ignoring red flags, I think is so bad. Like, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
But I can also understand how that can happen as well.
On the flip side of that, at what point would you say this person is being too picky?
That is a good question. And definitely something that even in my own like experiences that I've seen, and it's just, from my perspective, was thinking, okay, maybe we need to draw back that list. But I would say, first, if your list is more than 2, 3, 4 pages long, okay, then we might need to revise that list. We might need to have a meeting with Jesus and just like ask him just to provide you with revelation. I think one of the things that is a great way of just really understanding, if you do have a list, first of all, invite God into that list. So that's the fundamental. But the second thing is really reviewing, okay, with these fundamentals, do they tie into, or can they disrupt? So say, for instance, if this person interrupts with any of these 3 things, then we know, for you personally, then you know that it's not something that is aligned with you. So the first one is it going to interfere with loving God? Okay. So if the person, I don't, like if the person on a Sunday, they don't want to go to church, or they don't like you reading your Bible or spending time with God, that's definitely a non-negotiable. So if it interrupts you loving God, if it interrupts you loving others, and if it interrupts with God's purpose for your life. So that's what these non-negotiables should be shaped around. Because I know that there's a lot of women, I can't speak on men, but a lot of women, they want someone that's 6'10". Okay, and they're 5'1".
And you're 5'1", and you're just scraping the knees of the man.
It's okay to have preferences. It's okay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. okay? But if you've got a good man, Savannah, okay? It's a good man, Savannah, and it's just like, but he wears a size 6 shoe. Like, no, but if that's your preference, then you might need to just overlook that, because that's, first of all, that's not really something that he can change.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But if he is aligning with those 3 points that are in your non-negotiables, then maybe that's something that, well, first of all, obviously ask God for a revelation if that is your spouse. But there's certain things that can be overlooked. But that's a good question. What do you think about that?
What comes to my mind is the idea of, like in science, there's something that is said that opposite sides attract.
Oh, yeah.
There's this idea that a negative pole would attract a positive pole.
Yeah.
Thinking about that, there's certain things that you might think of as preferences or non-negotiables, but really the person has to have the opposite of what you're looking for to complement you. You might think, oh, I am a quiet person, I need someone that is also quiet.
Yeah.
But in a home dynamic, there has to be this complementary, or in a relationship dynamic when it comes to being friends with other people, relating with other people, there has to be this dynamic of, oh, yes, I'm not the outgoing one, but my spouse is the outgoing one that would help me develop relationships outside of the marriage. There has to be this right balance.
True, I get that. And I do agree with you to a certain extent.
We're pushing back a little.
I am going to just be like, because I can understand where opposites definitely do attract.
Yeah.
And I've also seen marriages and relationships where they are relatively similar.
Yeah.
But again, that's a fine balance. Because say, for instance, the reason why I was laughing when you were saying this, because I was thinking about this example, is if you are really good with money.
You don't want to.
And then the person is really, really bad. That is not a good
Maybe God puts you in that person's life to help them. I don't know that.
But also it ties into what you mentioned earlier about a growth mindset, because like if that person isn't willing to learn in that area of their life, then it's not going to work. Yeah. You know, so there has to be discernment there.
Yeah. And it's relationships are very nuanced. Let's be honest about it. There's certain things that you're better at than me.
Oh.
There's a lot of things that you're better at than me.
Oh, thank you, babe.
There's a lot of things that you can say I'm better at than you.
100%.
Just a few things.
No.
So, but the fact that we are able to make it work is not that we are ignoring red flags. No. Is that we found in each other parts of our personality that complement each other. Yeah. That would help us have like a broader foundation to grow our relationship, to grow our family. Yeah. You know, you like to travel more than me, but I'm more open to wanting to explore because I'm in a relationship with someone that has those qualities. So there's certain things that I'm better. I don't want to have to say it, but there's certain things I'm better at than you, and I'm sure you appreciate those things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, it is more nuanced. It's all about, you mentioned it, bringing God into it. Yeah. God is meant to be the center of your morals, or the center of your preferences. Yeah. Okay. So Jesus should be your reference point. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So if you use Jesus as your reference point, there are certain things that are automatically red flags. Yeah. Non-negotiables. Yeah. And the rest are just things that should be like preferences. I think we've really, exhausted the idea of red flags. Another one. This one is, well, I don't hear it as much in the UK, but it is very prevalent in Nigeria. Okay. God told me.
Oh my gosh.
God told me you are my wife. God told me you are my husband. Why do you think that would be problematic? I can tell you. I think that would be problematic because there are many people that confuse it's themselves talking to themselves with God talking to them. They think and they believe that it is God speaking to them, but it is just their mind speaking to them. So there should be more. Yes, God told you, but what practical situations or behavioral attributes, personality attributes does the person have that makes you believe that it is going to work out? Because God is not going to just throw you into the deep end without giving you reasons why he thinks that this person is for you. Every situation in the Bible that God told someone that is their spouse, he gave them reasons for it. Even Hosea, that was...
Oh, he really went to it. Hosea really
even
went
Hosea
through
that was told by God to marry a harlot. There was a reason for it. So God told him, but God didn't just tell him, go and get married to the harlot for nothing. There is always supporting information that comes with God told me.
Yeah. That's powerful. That is powerful. Yeah, I have heard of instances, like mainly like on like social media. I've not heard anyone say it like to me, like themselves, like that God has told me that this person is going to be my spouse or that person is going to be my spouse. But it is, as you said, and it is a really great way of looking at it, because if you know that you're already perhaps attracted to that person, yes, it could be your mind that is sharing these things. Or it might be God as well, but looking for other things, maybe even like verification from different, interactions, different sources, whatever that might be, to also verify that. Because we know that our marriages is very pivotal to our purpose. So, as you've said, if they don't serve or lend in those different areas of your life, or you can't see how that would align, then maybe just going back to God and just asking for clarification. We know that when we fast and we go to him, like it says in the word, ask and seek me with all your heart, and knock at the door, and he will reveal these things to you. Fast for that situation. Ask for revelation in that situation. The great thing is that we serve a God that not only hears, but he speaks to us. So ask again for that confirmation, to see if that's the person that you are meant to be with. But if it's just one dream or one fleeting constant thought, then maybe that might be your own intervention.
And it's a lot of people that it is out of desperation. You feel like, I've been in this situation for too long. I need an inspiration from God. I need an inspiration from God. It might just be your mind that tells you. It might just be. What if you say God told me and they say God told me not? You say God told me and I told you that, interesting you said that, because God told me not you.
And where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there?
But if you've gotten the confirmation from various different places, then okay. Because there was one situation where there was a couple, they also have their own YouTube platform, but she was very adamant that they were meant to be married, and he initially wasn't, but then there was a series of confirmations that were happening. Like God also used the people around them to reiterate that. And then there was only situations that only God could have put together. And again, that was further confirmation that they were each other's spouses, So, like we know that God can speak in that way, like of dreams, of, however he speaks to you. But just being really diligent and using that discernment. Also, you should marry reality.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of reasons why that won't work in the long run, and it puts a lot of pressure on that other person as well to fulfill, and ultimately you will be disappointed. You know, if that's what you're looking to work with.
There's another one. Lack of preparation.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to give you more context. For this one. There are many people that have unresolved issues in your previous relationships. Might not even be romantic relationship. It could be your previous relationship with your father. Your previous relationship with your mother. Past unresolved problems from your childhood relationships or friendships that have molded your idea of relationship into something that is toxic or into something that is unproductive. You taking those ideas into a new relationship, that relationship is doomed.
That's it. I can understand where you're coming from with that, but I guess the other thing is we are always constantly in a state of, well, I can only speak for myself or, you know, others that I know. But there's always, if you've got a growth mindset, let's start with that. If you have a growth mindset, then there's always going to be things that you are going to be working on. So there may be some people that have recognized that they have these past traumas or past situations that have affected how they step into a relationship. Do you feel like they are not meant to, you know, entertain the thought of a relationship or a marriage, or do you feel like they have to address every single point before they step into a healthy relationship?
I totally get what you mean. I totally understand. I'm going to push back a little.
Oh. Okay, give it to me.
Every issue is not weighted the same. Not every issue is the same size.
Okay.
If you go into a relationship with the idea that all men cheat or all men are sexual predators, the relationship is already doomed. Because what you'll be looking for is signs of him being a predator, of him being a cheat. And for a woman, for a man, if you go into a relationship thinking all women are prostitutes or all women are unfaithful, your relationship is doomed, because every little thing would be a sign to you. And yes, I understand your idea of having a growth mindset, and there's always something to work on. But there are certain things that you need to work on before you get into a relationship. Because if you get into a relationship, the relationship would suffer. Not everyone is going to be patient enough to wait for you to get over certain things. And whatever you might be trying to get over might be that person's non-negotiable.
And you're right, because it's not fair to a person that you're basically asking them to wait for you to sort things out, to figure things out, and they may be very much in a different time, a different space to how you, like, where you are at. You know, even when I was in a period of singleness myself, one of the things that might help with someone that is in a stage where they are looking or, you know, praying for their spouse and they are preparing for that, was I reached out to my friends and I said to them, you know me well. I also reached out to a family member as well, and I said, you know me well. What are the areas that you feel that I need to work on? And that wasn't a comfortable conversation, first of all, you know, but it was said in love because they care for me. They love me. And it meant that I was able to work on that. And I ended up going into therapy. Anyone and everyone, first of all, needs to be in therapy. You're happy, go to therapy. You're sad, go to therapy. You are unsure, go to therapy. Everyone should be in therapy, okay? But that also laid the foundation of what I needed to work on because they knew me. But it's not fair to go into, because they say that there's a lot of people that are in relationships with single person's problems. It's not fair that if you have the time, the resource to be working on yourself, you owe that to yourself.
Yeah.
Like you owe that to your spouse, like your future spouse. In the same way, I mean, hot take, I always say that a person that is single, I get cancelled for this one, okay? But every single person that is single should be living an active lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm going to put hot take on that.
Hot take. Okay, so again, you owe that to yourself, like to work on yourself when you are in your single phase. And that's a great foundation, because when you do get married, when you do, you know, if this is part of God's will for your life, have children, you're only going to get busier. And it's harder to set those foundations when you've got more on your plate.
Yeah.
But if you've got it as a foundation, working on yourself, like working on preparing yourself for growth from the very beginning, that becomes your cornerstone.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just really building on that when you grow in life and grow in relationships as well.
And there's this saying that hurt people hurt people.
So powerful.
So whatever you feel like is something you need to resolve, you need to resolve it before going into a relationship, because it's not just you anymore.
Yeah.
It's about someone else's feelings, someone else's expectations, someone else's hopes and aspirations.
Yes.
So it's about resolving what you can, and what you can't, try to resolve it with your partner.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're patient enough, because if they're really your person, they will be patient enough. Hopefully that is not also their red flag.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have stuff that they need to work on too that you can help with. So it's about growing with that partner, but finding the things that would stop your growth before going into the relationship.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hurt people. That's so powerful. And with regards to that preparation period, that preparation stage, one thing that could potentially help again is just because we are a culmination of our environment.
Yes, and
experiences as well. So it is also just doing a bit of an itinerary.
Yeah.
You know, looking around you, looking at the relationships that you can see around you, looking at, you know, maybe your parents or caregivers' relationship. Like, what is that dynamic? If it's healthy dynamics, great, okay? But if it's not as healthy as it could be, this could even be like your friends or whatever or whatnot. If it's not, then actively go to seek situations where you can surround yourself with people that have healthier relationships or healthy marriages. And the great thing about church is that you are always introduced to people of different walks of life, have an opportunity to connect with them. So just surrounding yourself with what you actually want for yourself. And the other thing in terms of preparing for your relationship, for your marriage, is also understanding, and you've mentioned this earlier, about your attachment style, okay? And if there's 4 attachment styles, there is a healthy attachment style, but there's 3 that aren't as healthy attachment styles as well. And if you do fall within the 3, then maybe that's something to unpack with a therapist or someone that is close to you, to really understand those fundamentals. So even if there are some things that do come to light that do trigger you in a new relationship, then you are prepared with how you would deal with that. And that's something that, you know, even before we met, like I had a good understanding of my own attachment style, you know, so I was able to really share about what makes me feel safe.
Yeah. I think I was a bit off with my attachment style earlier. Yeah, I was. Well, I think it was something that we worked on together, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I would say I'm borderline healthy now.
we're both working there. We're all work in progresses. There's a lot that I have to learn. But yeah, I've seen a lot of growth, like from you, from myself. And it's ultimately the strengthened our relationship.
Yeah. And to close this, it is very important that you keep this at the back of your mind. Yeah. Love is not the only thing that makes a good relationship.
No.
There are many more things that have to be perfect, or not even perfect, but have to be good for the relationship to work. Yeah. There must be wisdom from both sides. There must be honesty. There must be maturity, and there must be alignment.
Yes.
We're not talking about it being a perfect fit, but it should be something that complements each other. Your personality complements his.
Yes.
His complements yours. And you both are looking towards God for guidance.
Yes. And to be honest, that was something that I was really grappling with for a very long time. That a relationship is more than love. You know, that's something that you said to me quite a lot, like in our initial stages as well. Because I was just like, what do you mean? Like, love is all it takes. Like, the world just needs love, and that's it. And, you know, working and building on a very successful relationship and, you know, marriage, it is about communication. You know, it is about, okay, how can I serve the other person?
Yeah.
You know, and that is a form of love. Yeah. But I would say that communication, patience, and emotional maturity, in addition to that, as well as loving Christ.
Yeah.
That's what you need in a relationship to grow. Not just, oh, I love him, you know, like, oh, I can do whatever I want, but it's okay because I have love for him. You know, like in the same way, you might have family members or friends that like you might love, but you might not necessarily like, and there's not really like that desire to really go out of your way to improve that. I would encourage you to improve it, but love is not the only crux of what a relationship is. You know?
Yeah. And for a quick game before we go. Quick game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to list
You're going to do real talk as well.
Yeah. Okay, should we end it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was really good. And hopefully we're able to impact some information or some nuggets to everyone. And
let us know if there's any reasons why you feel that relationships fail in the comments as well.
All right. See you.
Real talk.
Real talk time.
Talk to me, baby.
Yes. First question I'm going to ask you. If you miraculously found £2,000 in your account, what are you going to do with it?
£2,000 and my bills have been paid.
Everything it just fell into your account.
As long as my bills are paid, I'm paid, I've got money in my savings, I am going to be using some of that, like to, you know, do a bit of self-care, go on a little cheeky little trip somewhere. You'll catch me catching flights.
Yeah.
You know, like that little, guess where I'm going, like on Instagram.
So you found £2,000 and you went to spend it all.
Not all of it.
Okay. All right. Tell me what you're gonna do with it. Tell me what you're gonna do with it. Okay. Out of the £2,000, how much are you gonna spend, and what are you gonna do with the rest?
Oh, so I'll put some money aside.
Okay. When you say put some money aside, what do you mean by that?
Put some money into savings.
Savings, okay.
Yes.
And how much do you think out of 2,000 would you want to save?
About £1,000.
Okay. Free money, innit?
Yeah, in this economy, you know, like £1,000 doesn't really go a long way anymore.
Oh wow.
To be honest. So I think, you know, the rest of it is for just enjoyment. Enjoyment.
That is interesting. Interesting that you said saving. That you were going to save £1,000, because that leads directly into what I was going to talk about today.
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking about a form of investment called an ISA. I'm sure we've seen many ads about ISAs, especially on YouTube. Yeah. I've seen many ads about different ISA companies.
Okay.
And your banks also offer ISAs.
Yes.
But what exactly is ISA?
Yes.
What does ISA mean? ISA means an individual savings account.
Oh, I see what they do.
That's what an ISA is. Okay. And there are different types of ISA that we're not going to go into details. We're just going to be speaking about two today.
Okay.
And the first one is the cash ISA, and the second one is the stocks and shares ISA. I asked you a question earlier about if you had £2,000 free pounds, you decided to spend £1,000, questionable, but we will not talk about that. Yeah. But you said you're going to save £1,000.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find out what did you mean by save? Because an individual savings account is you saving the money, but you're saving it not just as cash, but you're saving it as an investment.
Okay.
Saving it in your bank account, meaning you're not spending it in your bank account because of something, a magical word called inflation. The value of the money you save in your bank account decreases over time.
Okay. That's a lot of big words in a sentence that you said. So inflation is...
What does inflation mean?
Inflation
is the value of money over time decreasing. So for example, if you went to the Tesco's 10 years ago, the prices of items in Tesco's were cheaper then than now because of inflation. Things are getting more expensive. So the amount of money you need to buy those things has to increase. If it was, maybe you wanted to get pasta spaghetti 10 years ago, maybe it was 20p. But now it is 60p, meaning it has gone up in value by 40p.
Okay.
So prices of things increase steadily over time. So keeping your money fixed means that the value of that money is reducing.
Right. So, because I know even back in the day, I used to buy these little Freddo things. Yeah. I don't know if the chocolate bars, 10p. Yeah. And now I'm seeing it for like £1 or something.
That is.
So that is inflation.
Yes.
So, meaning if I leave my money in my bank account, it's not really serving me to do that, is what you're trying to say.
Yes. So I'm going to be talking about ISAs today.
Okay.
And like I've said, these individual savings accounts. We have the cash ISA and we have the stocks and shares ISA.
Okay.
What is the difference between cash ISA and stocks and shares ISA? You might be thinking, this is not an ad, by the way. I'm not getting any money from this. Not yet.
Not yet.
This is not an ad. The difference between a cash ISA, the first difference that you need to put at the back of your mind is that cash ISA is a lower risk investment.
Okay.
While stocks and shares ISA is higher risk, because the stocks and shares ISA is based on the stock exchange market, and we know that the stock exchange market goes up and down.
Okay.
But over a longer period of time, there are certain stocks that have been studied and have been that are trusted to always increase over a longer period of time. Right. So you would make more money on certain stock exchange options over a longer period of time than cash ISA. Cash ISA is lower risk. Your money is safe, meaning it can only increase, your money cannot reduce.
Okay.
But your profit is less or could be less than if you use the stocks and shares ISA.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So we talk about cash ISA and stock and shares ISA as well. Yeah. So I know even from my experience, this was many, many years ago, I was with a bank and they told me you could get £250 if you open up an ISA account. Okay. So what would that fall under? Is that a cash ISA or is that a stock and shares?
That is a cash ISA.
Okay.
Okay. So if your bank is asking you to invest money into an ISA, they want to use your money to do other investment to make money for themselves. And when they make that money, they want to give you a portion of it as your own profit.
Isn't that risky though? Because what if the bank isn't able to make that money?
But the issue is that the bank is using very low risk investment opportunities.
That is
There
guaranteed.
are certain things that are guaranteed to make money over time. Things that you use daily, like your food, your soaps, your daily care items, everyday use items.
Yeah.
People will always buy them.
Yeah.
You're always going to Tesco's to buy toilet
My
paper.
money.
Tesco's have you on
lockdown.
So there are certain things that are essential.
Yeah.
So if they invest in those things, they're certain that they're going to make profit from them. And they would give you a part of the profit as your own interest.
I never knew that.
Yes. So that is how Cash ISA works.
Okay.
But on the stock exchange ISA, the money is invested into the stock exchange. So it can either go up or go down, but over a long period of time, you are assured that you're going to make profit.
Right.
So it might be more profit than a Cash ISA because Cash ISA is just stable, it doesn't go down, but it can also be less money than a Cash ISA. Okay.
And what is this? You said the stock market, the stock exchange.
Yes.
What's that?
So companies, privately listed companies, they place their listing on the stock exchange. People can buy to have shares in that company. So the more shares you buy, when the valuation of that company goes up, the more your money, your profit is. So with the Cash ISA, there is no stock exchange investment. It is just banks investing in low risk opportunities, getting profit and sharing some with you. But the stock exchange, as we know, can be depending on a lot of things. For example, during this whole Iran US war, the stock exchange crashed, and yesterday when the news came out that the Strait of Hormuz is open again, the stock exchange rose again. Today, the Strait of Hormuz is closed again, the stock exchange went down. So it is very dependent on not just economic factors, but geopolitical factors. There are many things that come to play with stock exchange.
So how does that, like, that event that you just said, how does that affect? Because I'm presuming like the likes of, I don't know, like Apple and other big names, big companies like globally are on this stock exchange. How does this war affect it?
Okay, so the first thing that comes to everyone's mind when there is war is that they need money now.
Okay.
So the money that they have invested in various companies, they would sell those shares so that they can get their money back. Selling a share reduces the valuation of that company, and that's why you see that the chart goes down.
Okay.
So when many people sell their shares, the value of the company goes down. When many people buy shares, the value of the company goes up. So like you say Apple uses energy. So when people or everyone uses energy, so when people see that the prices of oil is going up because of demand, they want to withdraw their money so they can have cash. For example, in California now, so people are buying a gallon of fuel for as much as $8.
So they need that.
So they need money. So they sell or they remove their investment from companies, which make the price go down.
Okay. So it's just a very quick and easy process. Like you put a share on a company in seconds.
Yeah, you can buy
and then you can take it back in seconds. Like, isn't there any form of commitment?
Well, it depends on the platform that you get the stocks and shares ISA from. I'm not going to mention any names. You have to go do your research. When we get sponsored, we will definitely give. We
want to give like authentic truth.
Yes, but there are many companies like you can hear about Moneybox. I'm sure you've seen a lot of Moneybox adverts. Emma, yes. Emma. There are different ones that you can use to check for rates and also to check for availability of the options for stocks and shares ISA. So we have the Cash ISA, we have the stock and shares ISA.
Yes.
I've already told you major difference is that Cash ISA is less risky.
Yeah.
And if your investment is not super long term, it is better to invest in a Cash ISA. But if you're willing to leave your investment for a long period of time and put more money in, it is more advisable to do your stocks and shares ISA.
And out of those two, so I guess maybe more so for the cash ISA, what kind of like percentages are we talking about? And is this protected by tax or like from tax, or do I have to pay tax, or like how
that is a very good question, because the major selling point of a cash ISA is that you do not pay any tax on your capital gain. So cash ISA, stocks and shares ISA, in fact all ISAs, you do not pay any tax on your gains.
What is capital gain?
Capital gain is the same thing as your profit. So for example, if you put £10 and you make £1, you don't get taxed on that £1. Usually, if it's a business that you put £1,000 into and you make a profit of £500, you are meant to pay 20% of that 500. That's if you've already exhausted your personal allowance. So you're meant to pay £100 out of that £500 if you make a profit. But with the ISA, the capital gain or the profit you get on those investments is not taxed.
Right. And just a quick question on that. We're based in the UK. Is that the same globally or just specific to the UK? Well,
this information I have about ISA is specifically for the UK. I'm sure there will be variation globally for those sort of investments. What I can tell you specifically for the UK, cash ISAs, you don't pay any tax on them, on your profit or your capital gain. And so the same for your stocks and shares ISA. You do not pay any profit on them.
That's great.
So it's something that you should think about every time you have any free cash. And that's another thing. There are many people that hear ISAs and it sounds like a big word or like a big acronym, and they think, it's only for rich people.
Serious.
Sounds serious, It seems like it's only for rich people, but no. Anyone can invest in ISAs, no matter how little money you want to put in it. As long as it is consistent, you invest consistently, and you have a plan of what you want to use. I mean, what the purpose for your investing is. As long as you have a plan and you know your time duration that you want to invest for, cash ISAs, stocks and shares ISAs are a no-brainer.
Right. So I presume with both of these options, they've got the option to either pay like a lump sum or just pay like ad hoc and then like regular payments as well for both of them.
Yes, that's a very good one also, because there are certain companies that even you can decide to put as little as your change from purchasing. So if you go to Tesco's to go get Sensodyne toothpaste for £5, £5.70, you can transfer the 30p into investing into your ISA.
Oh, that's so good.
So it is something that you can devise, or you can choose different platforms that can give you varying options on how to invest. It could be lump sum, it could be direct debit, it could be the different options. And you asked a question about rates. Different platforms have different rates. So that's for you to go do your research. Like I know Moneybox has a very good rate.
Are we talking what, 10, 20, 30%?
No, I don't think, no, it's not 10%. Unless 10%. 10%. No. But I know that it is around, you can get as much as 4%. 5%. Is
that high for?
Yes, that is high. So compared to, I know Lloyd's does like 2% or something ridiculous. So there are different platforms that offer
different things,
different rates.
And the fact is, like, you're doing nothing. Like,
your money is just in there. You can decide to put more money and make more money. You can decide to take some money out. But different platforms have different rules for withdrawal. There are some there's some platforms that if you withdraw more than 3 times in a tax year, some percent will be taken out of your interest rate. So let's say it's 5%, and then you withdraw 3 times, it can drop to 2%.
Okay, for the rest of that.
For the rest of the tax year. And at the next tax year, it'll be back to normal.
I know that with Moneybox, you mentioned, for instance, they've got like where you can have like withdrawal periods like
Yeah.
up to 3 months
Yeah.
as well, which has helped me.
Yeah. And what we're saying, what we're telling you about is stuff that we use.
Yeah.
It's not, this is not a paid ad. We're not putting any referral links.
No, not yet.
Not yet. So it's just advice on how to, think forward, because life comes at you fast.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not preparing yourself for the future, or preparing yourself for pension, or when you're
inflation.
old, or inflation, it will come at you fast, and then you'll be asking yourself, what did I do with all that money?
Yeah, it's about preparing for tomorrow, because I know that we are dealing with future. We're living longer on average.
Yeah.
Inflation, especially in the UK, has gone at a drastic rate. And if you are still on like salary based, that's not going through a period of inflation.
Yeah.
So it's also about managing your money well to anticipate what's going on in the world right now, and the cost of. Remember when I was younger, the Sun newspaper. My dad used to buy the Sun newspaper he still does.
Yeah, I saw it.
We saw him recently, and he said that he was 20p.
How much is it now?
You know what? It's been a very long time since I've bought a newspaper, but I don't think it's 20p.
I don't think it's 20p.
If you know how much it is, let us know.
So, to give you like an overview of what I said, cash ISAs help you protect your money.
Yeah.
Because if you leave your money in your banking account, the value reduces because of inflation. But because you're getting an interest rate on your cash ISA, it is helping you protect your money.
Yes.
But stock and shares ISA help you grow your money. There is the risk of losing money because of how the stock market works, but there is also a chance of growing your money depending on if you make the right choices. There are some certain shares you can buy, like your S&P 500, that have been studied over a long period of time and shown that it always gives you a profit after a period of time. Those are things that you can invest your money into. You can invest your money into tech shares, like Nvidia, like Tesla. These are companies that are in the up because of the advancements in technology, in SpaceX, in self-driving cars, in AI. Those companies are things that you can invest in. This is not financial advice.
No.
But this is community advice.
Yes. Well, can you imagine if you was one of the first people to invest invest, that's the right term, into like Tesla or Apple, and that's another good point.
Yeah.
So does it matter when you invest in that company, like in terms of the amount of shares that you have, or can I have the same amount of shares as some of the original people
you would, the more people buy the shares, first of all, the shares are depleted. Because when a company is listed on IPO, they say we have 1 million shares. So if you buy 50,000, what's left is 950.
And then the doors close.
And not the doors close, but it's just 950 left because you already have 50.
Yeah.
So the more the shares that are bought, the more the valuation is. It's like the law of demand and supply. When there is a lot of supply, the price is down. When let's say there are 5,000 shares like this, is a lot of supply. That means the price can still be negotiated. If you have a shop and you have 5,000 of these shares, you want to get them out quickly. So anyone that comes and negotiates, you can, But if you have just 5 left, and there's a lot, and there are 20 people outside, you're the one that's going to determine what the price is. You can increase the price if you want to. So it's not like they're increasing the price, but the more people buy the shares, the more the valuation of that company, and the more valuable the company is. That means the more the price of each share is.
Right. And with these shares, once they say, for instance, they've got 1,000 shares.
Yeah.
The 1,000 shares have all been taken.
Yeah.
Do they then generate more shares?
Yes, they could generate more shares.
But that would
Yes, but that would devalue the shares of the people that have bought them, because that would dilute their shares. Okay. There are usually a lot of shares in most IPOs. You hear like 5 billion shares. There's a lot of shares. So the more people buy, the more the value of the said shares.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll know the answer to this, but so say for instance, I've invested into the stock exchange, the S&P you mentioned.
Yeah, S&P.
S&P. Okay, so I've invested into one of those companies. I've put down my money.
Yeah.
Does that go directly to Apple or whoever I've invested into, or Tesla? I keep saying Apple, but there's others on that list, obviously. Yeah. But what actually happens with the money? Is it just sitting there?
Yes, it is like someone wants to become a part of your company.
Yeah.
And they pay for some shares. You use the money to get more inventory. Use the money to pay staff, use the money to do other things. It's not like the money is sitting there. Yes, they can have some liquid. That's what they call liquid, when they have cash, raw cash, or money in the bank. But mostly the money that is gotten from selling shares is used to get inventory, used to buy more warehouses, used to pay staff or get more technical staff, more experts, so that they can get more money from sale.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess with that, they would need to ensure that they are a very profitable business, because yes, they might get the shares, but as quickly as they have received the shares, someone might just take their shares back. So they need to constantly be generating revenue.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And the S&P is not a company, is the valuation of multiple companies together.
Okay.
So it's like, don't worry about the details. So when we're talking about companies, we have our Apple, that's AAPL. We have our Tesla, which is TSLA. And there are various other companies that are actually using the money to do something.
Okay. I'm with you. So when you're investing into the 500, investing into all of these companies.
Yes, there are companies. Yes, it's not one.
Okay.
So if one is dropping, they're expecting that one is rising. So it's like the average.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Is that what Jordan Belfort was like? Is that like what is that street? Wall Street.
Wall Street. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that like what they were?
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were buying it. People would use money to buy shares. And when the value increases, some people want to sell, but they'll say no. Well, you should use that money. You can sell it, but you should not take the money back. You should use it to buy more shares. So that's it. And they get commission on every share that you buy.
Right.
So that's how they make money.
Wow.
On the Wall Street. So
that's been very, very useful.
I hope it has been useful, and I hope we're taking advice and this is not financial advice. If you need a proper financial advice, you look for a proper financial
advisor.
I'm just giving from my findings,
helped you.
And this is generally low risk. So it's something I can confidently give as my advice of what I've used to make some profit instead of my money just sitting in my bank account. Yeah.
And absolutely what you said in terms of financial advice, speak to someone that is an expert that also understands your situation. But we also know with investment and investing, it is also a biblical concept.
Yeah.
You know, because with one of the stories, it was about, you know, what they did with the money that their master, the talents, what they did with what they had, you know, and there was 3 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And 2 of them invested that money, and then one of them just buried it in the ground and did nothing with it.
Okay? Essentially left it in his bank account.
Yeah, and left it in his bank account, you know, and that person was scolded. It was just like, you should not have done that, you know? So I feel like we are also called to do the same. Like whatever that form of investment looks like, we know that we need to nurture and grow what we have.
Yeah.
And one of the gifts that we are provided with by God, it is money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And this is not to say you should not invest in your businesses or invest in your various purposes or your life dreams and aspirations.
Yeah, of course.
But everyone needs to have a low risk investment that you can at least you're sure that the money you're putting in is not going to be destroyed by inflation.
Yeah.
So that is why this is the first in the series of, financial advice. Well, not financial advice, but first in the series of our financial findings that we'll be sharing.
Yes.
But this is low risk. Do your research on what platforms you're going to use, and do your research on the different requirements and different adjustments for each platform. Do your research. Talk to a financial professional, and invest wisely.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, that has been absolutely beneficial. So thank you so much for clearing up some of the questions that I had as well. But it's been an absolute pleasure to be on the show today, and it'll be great to hear how you have found this. If there's any interesting or new information that you've had, please do share that in the comments. But for now, thank you very much, my husband.
Yes, and thank you, my wife. And please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And we would see you on the next one.
Take care. Bye for now.